The gospel text of today is taken from the Gospel of John, chapter 6, verses 30 to 35. The invitation that Jesus issues to the crowd to believe in him who was sent by God results in the crowd asking for a sign. This demand is a clear indication that the crowd have not grasped the meaning of the words of Jesus. They have been fed at the miraculous feeding in which 5 loaves and 2 fish were sufficient to feed 5,000 people, but they were not able to see it for the sign that it was meant to be. The crowd goes further in this demand by looking back at what happened in the desert during the Exodus and how their ancestors were fed. This seems strange and even absurd because they have been fed even more abundantly than their ancestors. This also points to how ignorant and even closed the crowd is to the revelation that Jesus continues to make. Jesus does not remind them that he had already given them bread, but first corrects their misunderstanding. It was not Moses who gave their ancestors bread, but his father. This bread is not merely bread as was given in the past, but continues to be given in the present. It and not the manna is the true bread from heaven. It is the true bread because it gives life, eternal life, to all who eat it. Like Nicodemus and the Samaritan woman before them, the crowd does not fully understand what Jesus is really offering, and so make a request for this kind of bread. They are convinced that this bread is better than the bread their ancestors ate, but do not understand how or why it is better. Jesus is available to them, and yet they cannot see. He gives the bread once and for all, and in doing so, gives the bread always. This is why Jesus can assert that he is the bread of life. This is the first time in the Gospel of John that the I am saying is followed by a predicate nominative, the bread of life. John's Gospel often uses this distinctive way of revealing who Jesus is. The symbols that are used by Jesus in these sayings come from human and Near Eastern religious experience. The use of these common everyday symbols results in conveying to all who will hear that Jesus can satisfy both the base and the higher needs of people everywhere. These symbols indicate that the mystery of Jesus cannot be captured by any one symbol, and that Jesus cannot be put into a well defined category. The saying also contains an invitation to come to him and be fed and fulfilled. Though, on the one hand, this invitation refers to a physical eating and drinking, and so satisfying human hunger and thirst on a deeper level. The invitation is to listen to the teaching of Jesus and see in him the revelation of God, and so the fulfillment of all human needs. Bread is the staple of many people all over the world and is used to represent the basic needs of people. By use of this symbol, Jesus reveals that his mission is to be available to all. He has come not for a select group of people, but for the whole of humanity. He does not belong exclusively to any group, and no particular group can ever capture him fully. He is available to all and for all. He is available to anyone and everyone who is open to the revelation that he continues to make. The primary form that this revelation will always take is the form of love. Will you dare to become red for at least one person today?